Good morning, everyone, and without objection, the chair is authorized to declare recess of the committee at any time. With that, I'd now like to recognize myself to give an opening statement. Today, the committee is holding our third hearing this Congress on a critical issue, facial recognition technology. It is clear that despite the private sector's expanded use of technology, it's just not ready for prime time. During this hearing, we will examine the private sector's development, use, and sale of technology, as well as its partnerships with government entities using this technology. We learned from our first hearing on May 22nd of 2019 that the use of facial recognition technology can severely impact American civil rights and liberties, including the right to privacy, free speech, and equal protection under the law. We learned during our second hearing on June 4th how federal, state, and local government entities use this technology on a wide scale, yet provide very little transparency on how and why it's being used or on security measures to protect sensitive data. Despite these concerns, we see facial recognition technology being used more and more in our everyday lives. The technology is being used in schools, grocery stores, airports, malls, theme parks, stadiums, and on our phones, social media platforms, doorbell camera footage, and even in hiring decisions, and it's used by law enforcement. This technology is completely unregulated at the federal level, resulting in some questionable and even dangerous applications. On December 2019, the National Institute of Standards and Technology issued a new report finding that commercial facial recognition algorithms misidentified racial minorities, women, children, and elderly individuals at substantially higher rates. I look forward to discussing this study with Dr. Romaine, the director of NIST's Information Technology Laboratory, who is joining us today. I also look forward to hearing from our expert panel hailing from academia, industry, and the advocacy community on recommended actions and policymakers should take into account to address potential consumer harm based on these findings. Our examination of facial recognition technology is a bipartisan effort. I applaud Ranking Member Jordan's tireless and ongoing advocacy on this issue. We have a responsibility to not only encourage innovation, but to protect the privacy and safety of American consumers. That means educating our fellow members and the American people on the different uses of the technology and distinguishing between local subjective identification and surveillance uses. That also means exploring what protections are currently in place to protect civil rights, consumer privacy, and data security, and prevent misidentifications, as well as providing recommendations for future legislation and regulation. In that vein, I would like to announce today that our committee is committed to introducing and marking up common sense facial recognition legislation in the very near future. And our hope is that we can do that in a truly bipartisan way. We've had several conversations, and I look forward to working together towards that goal. I now recognize the distinguished ranking member Jordan for his opening statement.